the tension is building in the room. Take your seat, please, Berzerker. You play by our rules. You play by our rules tonight. Gentlemen, good luck. I wish you all the best. Let's hear some chess. Chess, 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 chess.
Well, this is... Goodness me. Goodness me, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think any of us saw that coming. Goodness me.
Not at all. What a surprise for all, because, oh my word, it's the England gambit from Andrew Smith, already furious. He's ramped up to the nines. He looks absolutely, oh goodness me, what a... Knight, is that knight to e5? Have we seen knight...
This can't be right. What are we seeing here, everyone?
So d4, e5 by Andrew Smith.
Oh,
sacking a pawn.
It's quite
declined by the Berzerker.
Yeah.
And it's now become incredibly solid, hasn't it, Sam?
This isn't what I'd expect from a Berzerker, if I'm being honest. This is very solid.
It's very calm, very measured by the man in the what looks like some sort of bear skin kilt. I'm not entirely sure. He's definitely playing much more cautiously, much more attritionally and calmly than a man who claims to be off his face on mushrooms.
I think you're right. And I don't know how he could be concentrating here with all those mushrooms in the ring. Are there any fans of mushrooms in the ring here, everyone? Oh, clearly a very fun crowd we have in tonight, Matt.
Absolutely agree. You've all let yourselves down horribly. Right, bishop to e2. Bishop to e2 by one. It's so solid. This is such a gentle start from these two completely furious men. Are we going to see something? I mean, can anything like explode out of this position? Sam Walker, what are you looking to do here for both sides?
I mean, at the moment, this is the kind of position that could send you to sleep a little bit. Very, very solid. Both sides clearly really want to get in the boxing ring and settle it with their fists. They're not bothered about the chess here, are they?
I think they might be trolling us slightly, just move a few pieces about, and then as soon as it stops, the board just gets tipped over and things kick off again. Maybe. Quite frankly, this is an utter snooze fest from both sides. Andrew Smith playing very, very solidly. His pieces are on good squares. To be honest, I think the pawn break here is a useful resource for black. G5 and F4 at some point could be useful, but apart from that, there's not much going for the position, is there, Sam?
I think you're right. Do you think it'd be rude to ask the arbiter to throw me a mushroom? Probably can't do that, can I? Probably need to focus on this. This is... Oh, but then again, you know, Andrew's got a space advantage, hasn't he?
Andrew has a space advantage, and actually it's quite easy to generate a kingside attack. If the Berzerker were to castle, then which he has, then actually that pawn on h2 looks a bit weak, Sam.
I'm a little bit worried for the Berzerker's king here. Now, look, a Berzerker isn't really known for his defensive instincts, is he?
He's not, and I'm not sure Queen C7 was quite right, because I think the Queen is doing a better job on H4, much like the previous game, really circling in for some mating threat. It's still looking useful for black, and I think the main useful resource he has is that F4 pawn move. But that's the bell. That is the bell. Not a fascinating start.
No, a bit of a slow start there to the chess. They're ready to do some boxing. You know, obviously they haven't done any preparation for this. This is, this is going to be a bit of a surprise, really. I'm shocked.
Bit of a surprise, and Gavin Patterson here, the organizer, coming in to deputise as the Berzerker. Very well done from Gavin there. When we're all losing our heads, he's on his mission. He knows what to do. Ramping up the crowd in a way that last bit of chess absolutely did not.
Absolutely. That's why Gavin's the boss, you know. He knows what's going on. He knows how to keep the show on the road.
So just to leave the chess just to kind of summarize the chess, White's position isn't fantastic. It's not been particularly interesting. If I were White, I'd be tempted to play a move like F4 here and just sort of solidify it and try and win on the boxing, which is a luxury you have in this hybrid sport.
I think so. And I think we've got another case here of a chess boxer forgetting to take off his t-shirt. Oh, no. Here we go.
Absolutely. The Berzerker, of course, has no problems being topless, like showing a little bit of skin to the crowd here. Very much his want as the Berzerker.
Absolutely. The Berzerker looks like the slightly bigger man here in the ring, but Andrew's probably got a little bit more mobile on his feet, would you say?
Very possibly. He's also the younger man by some distance, which is a factor. I suppose whether that fury sort of translates from the ersatz to the genuine. If that happens, then perhaps we might get a little bit of grit in the fight. But actually,
maybe.
Richard's a bit of an unknown quantity. The Berzerker's an unknown quantity in the boxing.
Let's see what happens.
Andrew has chess boxed before. The Berzerker in.
The Berzerker's looking good here. Oh, that's a stinger. That's a stinger.
That is a real blow.
Oh, Andrew made him do a silly dance there. Very smart boxing from Andrew.
Yeah, there's a little bit of sting in it. There's a bit of punch.
Absolutely. Smell him around. I didn't know we were dancing as well tonight, but that was beautiful. Oh, okay. I think they're already starting to slow down, Matt.
Yeah. Floating not quite like a butterfly, but one of your less mobile birds, perhaps.
Yeah, stinging like, a quite chilled out wasp. Maybe a wasp that's had some shrooms.
Oh, you can't expect wasps to be on it all the time, can you?
No, they're busy creatures. And I tell you what, we've got a busier Berzerker than we do an Andrew here. Berzerker is setting the pace. Andrew's hitting and moving, but the Berzerker's coming after him. I think if Andrew keeps this at distance, he's going to be able to outbox him.
Little gasp from the Berzerker there, but yeah. I think
he's feeling it.
I would say, whilst not as sedate as the chess, it's not. This bout hasn't really set the fixture alight, has it? I think there's plenty of room for both sides to maneuver across both disciplines.
Absolutely.
Sort of calmly walking through. It's a 3-minute round as well, so there's a fair bit of time for them to sort of, relax in between rounds compared to the actual strain involved in the rounds themselves.
It's a slow burner, isn't it? Maybe they're conserving their energy for the later rounds. They're aware. They've seen enough chess boxing, these two, haven't they?
They have. They know the rules. They're pros. They've been in and around the scene for a very, very long time. Neither of them are taking major risks, but to be honest, neither of them have yet been able to muster up the massive reserves of energy maybe to put in a killer blow.
What a round that was. Very, very nip and tuck so far, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I think so. It's not been a kind of dream start for either side, but there's a lot left to play in both the chess and the boxing, so I suspect both will feel okay with this. The Berzerker will have at least another round if we go with the premise that Black has a bit of an advantage. The Berzerker's pieces are a little bit hemmed in. I really don't like that bishop on c1.
Absolutely.
F3 is not that useful a pawn break, which is probably why I'm playing f4 here instead, just in case he doesn't take it.
I think you're right.
There's a lot left to play in this.
I think so. Both Andrew looking quite confident in the ring, holding his head above his head as if he's won the fight. This is a bit cheeky, isn't it?
He's definitely not looking like a man who's overawed by the occasion.
No, he's looking relaxed. The Berzerker's talking to his corner. Oh, Andrew working in the crowd. Isn't that the Berzerker's job?
Well, it is, and in that respect, I think he's kind of mocking him, isn't he?
Yeah.
Perhaps this is going to generate into a little bit more of a scrap.
Absolutely. This is a turn up for the books. We've been treated to a bonus fight tonight.
Yeah, we have been treated to a bonus fight. We don't get many 5-fight extravaganzas here.
No, we don't. And we are back in the chess, everybody. So the Berzerker there, looking a little bit tired at the end of that round. So I think he's going to need a bit of energy to carry him through, everybody. Can we get a chess? 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 There we go.
Thank you for bringing the energy, ladies and gentlemen, in a way that first round of chess profoundly did not. But we have lots and lots of time left. The position is very, very close. I think it's very unlikely the chess is going to end this round, but bishop takes h2 has been allowed. Oh, Andrew is looking comfortable here. The king has to go to h1. Echoes of our very, very first fight, aren't there, Sam?
Absolutely. Andrew is thinking he could end this in this chess match. He's thinking, oh, if I just slide my rook around here, if I put the knight on g4, The rook on f6, then to h6. I could get a little checkmate.
G3, that looks like a great move to solidify the position. The problem he has, it's that bishop might sacrifice itself on G3 at some point, Sam.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a really nice attacking idea, especially in a fast chess game. If you play bishop takes G3, pawn takes G3, and queen takes G3, that white king is decidedly naked.
Absolutely, and actually the black pawn sacrifice f4 offers some opportunities as well at some point. Possibly not instantly. You've got to be a little bit careful with e takes f4, which makes bishop takes G3 no longer possible. I don't think it's going to end this round, but Andrew Smith with the black pieces, he's looking calm. He's looking completely in control of the occasion. I think he's got the upper hand here, and this could dissolve into a mating attack, Sam.
Absolutely. I'm looking at the Berzerker's fans here. I can see somebody wearing his headgear. They're looking pretty darn nervous right now. Oh, he's not smiling at me either.
Honestly.
It's his brother. Oh my goodness, it's his brother. Get in the ring, son. Your brother needs your help.
A WWE-style invasion is surely on the cards, ladies and gentlemen. So, knight to g4. Knight to g4 is the idea that black wants to go for, but he's allowed. Oh dear, f3, and bishop takes g3.
Oh,
that king is looking so weak. I think the Berzerker's going to survive, but just by the skin of his teeth. So he might have to come out guns blazing in the next boxing round, Sam.
Absolutely. That dark squared bishop for black there is like a sniper. We're seeing some modern warfare here from Andrew Smith, something the Berzerker probably doesn't have much experience of if we're thinking about it.
Absolutely. From Greek tragedy to Call of Duty, you are killing it on the references, Sam Walker. Rook to g1 is a really, really useful move. The king is more hemmed in, but he needs that rook to defend his territory. Otherwise, that king is just going to get completely overrun. As with the very, very first game, where white's got her bishop trapped on h7, really, black would love to swap the bishop and queen around. Famously not allowed due to the rules of chess, but if he can somehow maneuver it around,
it's over.
He's got a great position. Yeah, so I think white's in a bit of trouble here.
I think absolutely. I'm a little bit worried about white here, but I liked rook g1. I think rook g1 is the sort of move to, in boxing terms, put your arms up, cover up, see if you can survive it.
I completely agree. And actually, the queen and the bishop are not that well coordinated here. And I do think queen c7 was a critical error from black in order to generate,
I think you're right.
with such a wonderful potential attack on the king side. He should have kept his queen on d8 rather than just going for the quick attack against h2 with his bishop and queen the wrong way around. Now, sorry, Sam, you go.
I was going to say, I think you're spot on there, Matt. And I was going to ask you, if you're Andrew here, though, you've got a comfortable lead on the chess, you've got more time, you're looking more mobile than Berzerker. Do you just hit and run here?
Yeah, I think really he is going to think he's won, but that could be his downfall. Exactly. He could leave himself open, and as we know, it only takes one punch and the game can be over. That is the beauty of this hybrid sport.
Oh, and I tell you what, for those of you on stream, Berzerker's brother has just done a call to the sky, a call to the gods. He's summoning the spirit of Valhalla here. Oh, my goodness me. They're looking ready for this.
The Berzerker is looking bearded and alert. Andrew is looking defiant and sweaty, but ready nonetheless. If he survives this, he must know he's going to win, either on the board or on the clock. A critical round ahead.
Andrew taking a step back, trying to cover up. Very smart, good head movement. Berzerker's going for this. He knows he's got to try to end this now. But he's missing a lot. I'll tell you what, when you miss in boxing with heavy shots, it's very tiring. His brother's yelling him to finish him. I don't think he can finish him.
No, I mean, that might be wishful thinking, but the Berzerker has death in his eyes, or at least he did until Andrew got that really useful punch
from Andrew.
The Berzerker. He's looking focused, but he's looking a little bit worn out as well. It's going to take a bit of an energetic miracle to do something
He's taking his time, isn't he? Oh, they're having a bit of a hug there. Maybe they've made up.
Love to see it.
Maybe this is over.
You'd love to see it.
Doesn't look like it. I think the ref's going to make them fight it out a bit more. Oh, both of them looking at each other. Andrew, a little bit more tentative. Berzerker's the one coming forward. Oh, he's stung by a punch there. That's a nice right shot from Andrew. Andrew boxing on the back foot, showing some nice boxing ability here, keeping the Berzerker moving. You want to keep the bigger man moving.
That's a really, really good insight, Sam. And actually, the dynamics here are quite interesting because Richard he's got that sort of heft, hasn't he? There's this kind of real raw power to him.
Absolutely.
But Andrew is standing his ground. He must be feeling more and more confident. The Berzerker is running out of time if he wants to make something out of his, boxing opportunities, or he needs to have a blinder in the next round of chess and really hope for the best.
I think you're right. And, though this may be the Berzerker's first chess boxing fight, this is not his first battle. No. He's been in a lot of fights before. That's a great punch. And again, those are two heavy right hands. Andrew's getting back. I don't think he's hurt, but I think he's stung. I think he's stung by that. He's just walking back. Now, this is where you can get in trouble. Oh, that end of the round came at the right time for Andrew.
It did. I think both sides look absolutely knackered.
Definitely. This is the time for some water. Maybe a word from your wonderful brother. Get some inspiration. This is tough time, though, for the Berzerker.
This has been a really, really enjoyable battle. I do think that the tiredness that has pervaded has added a really interesting extra dimension compared to, say, the fight that Martin won so expertly against Jerry the Pacemaker. Here, both guys are giving it their all, but the energy levels are just that little bit lower. And given that the position is quite close in the chess, the Berzerker has done a good job to solidify things slightly with rook to g1. It'll be interesting whether Andrew can kind of keep his energy levels up and come up with some sort of winning attack. With that in mind, what are you planning here for Black?
Well, if I'm Black here, I'm thinking move quickly, put my opponent under time pressure. My opponent's king is really quite weak. I'd probably be putting my knight from b8 to d7, connecting my rooks, and then thinking about how I push through in the center. But, in one sense, you don't have to rush here if you're Black.
And we are back. Sam Walker.
We are back. We're so excited to be back. Okay, now, if we're Andrew here, we're thinking, let's keep it solid. Let's develop quickly. Let's put the pressure on the Berzerker here, who's only got 1.5 minutes left. Now, the Berzerker's going to have to move a lot faster now if he wants to stay in this chess game. And he's gone rook g2. What do you think, Matt?
I think rook g2 is a nice and solid move. Again, it's just covering that h2 square. And really, as we've seen so often tonight, ladies and gentlemen, one side is doing much better in the chess, so the other side is really going to have to come up. Hang on. Queen h5.
Big trouble for the Berzerker here.
Oh, no.
Andrew is straight in there. No messing about. Or that's a dangerous check. Now the Berzerker is going to have to put his rook on h2 and lose his rook just to stay in the game.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Smith with the black pieces has a huge advantage on the clock. He had a couple of extra pawns, and he's now won a rook for a bishop. Now, Sam, are you exchanging queens here if you're Black?
I am exchanging queens because I've got no option, Matt. This is the time in the chess game where you think, right, I need to grit my teeth. I need to pray. I need to pray that Andrew suddenly forgets he's playing a game of chess and goes and waves to his adoring fans so I can get another go at him in the boxing.
Well, yeah, the Berzerker, ladies and gentlemen, only has 44 seconds left on the clock. It's a 3-minute round. If Andrew plays quickly, the Berzerker might literally run out of time.
He may, but he's been around for a long time, though. So, you know, I don't know what that means.
Sam, time comes for us all eventually, and for the Berzerker, that might be as little as 34 seconds.
This could be the end of the Berzerker here. This is, this is one of our chess boxing heroes, everybody. This is a big moment. He's looking nervous. He's moved the piece.
His face rouged with sadness, and Andrew has moved instantly, leaving the Berzerker with 20 seconds left. Sweat literally engulfing the board while the Berzerker flails around, trying to find something with only 11 seconds left. Andrew Smith, he's got the victory in his sights.
Andrew's moving quickly.
I think it's over. I think it's over. It is over. Andrew Smith with the time-killing punch.
What a game. Now, not the highest quality game we saw there, but tell you what, that was a battle.
That was a battle. That was a battle. Both sides acquitted themselves very well. The Berzerker, in his first ever chess boxing fight, basically came unstuck against an experienced opponent.
He did a good job. He did a good job.
Andrew PawnSlayer.
Let's give it up for Andrew here on the stream. Great fight. Very unexpected.